Good evening, traders. Special live. After the last live, we have seen that we already reached the levels I mentioned in the last live video hours ago, and now we are at 113.68, meaning entered the strong sell zone. This is the beginning of the zone. The extension will be at 116,036, and possibly it is possible, of course, that we can go to 117.32 to 123,000. 321. The upward move, what I have expected based on technical, of course, but fundamentally not rational. The reason is that the move caused by insider traders, especially, well, we know some taco traders. The White House, of course, directly involved in those taco trades, and the reason is that we expect during the next hours, possibly if not during the end, a rising of tension in the Middle East again. The Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu is going to meet Donald Trump again, secret meeting. It will not be public, but some minutes ago, Netanyahu and Rubio, the U.S. Foreign Minister, had a conference meeting where they said that they together are going now to finish the job in Iran and to finish the job with Islamic Republic. Yesterday and some hours ago, at this moment, I think currently some news media are announcing that there will be a peace in the Middle East, but it is exactly the opposite. Also in Chitgar in Iran, Israeli army targeted another RGC commander directly in Iran, and Gerald Ford Navy is now near of Israel to support Israel also with direct military. Therefore, as always expected, this move, and we have also in Bitcoin for the day, current day, the open interest is bullish and we have a positive divergence. Therefore, we have taken some sell positions, but we increase the selling positions the higher the market goes. That means in this scene, in this area where you see the yellow lines, we definitely are short and we will sell powerfully crypto. So we go now to Ethereum, and in Ethereum it won't be something different. So now the chart is going to open. That's nice, right? Ethereum, exactly. So we see that Ethereum is going to reach the next target at 2,888.65. The current price at this moment is 2,820. At this level, the Ethereum is now building slowly the first main divergences. Public, the open interest still bullish for the day. Also here we started to sell Ethereum. The profit target levels are mentioned in the last video, but I'm going now to repeat them. So the first profit target will be at 2,182. The next one will be at 2,051 first. And there we will enter a very big gap zone that will lead then Ethereum to 1,751. Then the next one is then Solana. So Solana is somewhere in let's say bearish territory, but also following the cryptos. So the has already entered the promised buy zone, as mentioned in my last videos. 157 was the beginning of the sell zone. So this is what we something around here. And then the next one is 167. If breaking that, meaning that Ethereum is hunting before the very big short begins to fill also the gaps at around 197 to 187. What I hope also personally. So because from there, of course, the profit potential downwards will be much more higher. So the profit target will be then in minimum 124.96. And in case we Ethereum goes lower, then we go to around the extension sell zone at around 95.37 to around 65, where we will then see possibly strong bullish divergences. And the crypto market especially have no fundamental reasons behind of them. So some people tell you maybe that there will be people have more appetite on riskier assets and whatever, and the fundamentals, but we know exactly the fundamentals are exactly the opposite of what the news media are announcing. Inflation is going up, but they say inflation is down, or Donald Trump says we have no inflation. Go at stores, go at the supermarkets and have a look on the prices. The prices are exploding, one product after each other. So the global economy is suffering that. And last not least, the Federal Reserve, in my opinion, is doing a very good job. They stay calm. Also today, the Fed President Waller said we are watching closely the tariffs. The tariffs will cause soon very higher prices, and that stopped now for the moment the markets. But the hype now, and there is this is anything but only hype in the market, especially in crypto markets and Nasdaq and so on, based on fundamentals. And this is driven by insider trading, because they know what will happen during the next days. We know exactly that Donald Trump is going shortly, before the market closes tomorrow evening, makes some positive news that the crypto and markets go higher, and minutes after the market will be closed, he starts to talk negative announcements and statements that will shock the market, especially when all markets are closed. This is plan of Donald Trump, what he's doing regularly now. Everybody should know exactly what game is he playing. Whatever, Saturday, Sunday, I'm expecting personally more shocking news by Donald Trump. So therefore, we are prepared. We sell the market, and we have been driven with this strategy very nicely since the beginning of the year. Very important. Yesterday that we will have a correction also in oil, and now we have already taken out all our selling positions, and we are long because minutes before the meeting of Rubio and Netanyahu started at 67, we got bullish reversal signal. Therefore, we are strongly long and bullish in all oil market and energy, in nat gas, in spot oil, cash oil, Brent oil, crude, heating oil, gas oil, low sulfur, London gas oil, or whatever markets are related to crypto markets. This is the reason we got very cautious. We expected the market comes down again to around 63 to 65, but funny enough that the reversal exactly, and it was really fast. We noticed that the open interest suddenly rising, and we took the profits of sales. We entered long positions. We prepared the market if it's going a little bit against us to buy much more oil. And minutes later, then the press conference of Netanyahu and Bibi, and from there now oil is already 0.3% higher. So the next market, S&P, exactly as expected. Now also the indices market made some fake highs, not driven by fundamentals, but driven by insider trading. Anybody talking about Nvidia, the most trappy share or whatever. So now 6,294, this is the price exactly. We got execution selling entry price very well. We are definitely long, definitely short in S&P, in NASDAQ, in US 30, RTY, German 40, Hong Kong 50, Japan 225, Singapore 25, UK 100, in Swiss, European indices. We all started immediately to short because all the markets are going to synchron one each other following the US market. 6,294 is the beginning of the sell zone. Possibly, I am expecting also, we can see also some prices at around 6,446, where of course we will only sell the market or add to our short positions, doesn't matter. We expect the market this time to come down to around 6,026 first. The next one will be at around 5,749 before we go very, very deep at 4,884. Now to some Forex pairs that are not only interesting, but they are benefiting of exactly the current move of the market. We are using them also not only for hedging, but also to develop our profits. The first one is Australia. Generally, we are long US dollar, shorting all other currencies, not only technically, but the reason is that Australia dollar is very interesting to short to us. Also, at this moment, you see that Australian dollar going a little bit higher because of the gold price, and Australian dollar following the gold price. But fundamentally, Australian dollar is going to follow, or the economy of Australia connected very tightly to China's economy that is going to announce bad news in the next weeks, and that will weak, of course, the currency on the same time. So in Australia dollar we are short. The first profit taking 0.6492, the next one 0.63589. breaking that level leads then to 0.61865 and then 0.59391. The euro we are waiting to get up a little bit. GBP or pound sterling US dollar same. Then the next market waiting for us, and we started to short the market, was euro Australian dollar. At this moment the market starts a correction to go higher, so I make another video then to announce and say when the market starts to fall again. Then now we come to yen pairs, very important. The Japanese yen futures start to get stronger, and therefore we sold immediately Australian dollar Japanese yen at 96.25. the first target will be at 91.79. the next profit target will be at around 86.25. Then the next market is British pound sterling, Japanese yen, and we are already short. We have already short. In my last videos I told you exactly. We picked at 199,830 where the positions are in very well profit. We don't touch those again. Also, if the market goes back to that region, we add more short to our positions. The first profit target, if somebody wants to take profits, so 191.542. the next one 191.68, and then down to 185. the next pair is euro Japanese yen, and we see here clearly we had a very good sell signal also at the top at 172.35. the market currently at 170.37 is going to reverse to go back to the high. It's possible that it reaches also our buy prices. Don't matter. We are prepared because this is the beginning of the sell zone of this pair. So the higher the market goes, possibly also to 175, we add only one after each other sell positions. That will cause that automatically then, or the average of our sell positions get higher and higher before the market starts to fall down. The first profit target is at 161.39. the next one is 157.22, and the next one 154.21. the next pair, Canadian dollar and Japanese yen. Why this pair is not only interesting but also important? Because of direct tariffs of the United States to Canadian dollar that will push again. So we see here that the market already experienced a bull trap, and that means now in this very downtrend, so if we make an extension of the downtrend, then the market will go again to the root and break that level to go lower. So therefore we definitely are short. We got our sell position again at 107.57. At this moment we are experiencing also all indicators are very well synced The open interest is bearish, and all divergence indicators also same time are bearish. The first profit target for some people who want to take early profit 104.85, the next one 103.23, and the next one 100 to 101.46. Last not least, this is also very important market, Swissy Japanese yen. Why Swissy? Because the Swissy is moving along with the with gold. So while Swissy fundamentally, the interest rates in Switzerland are extremely low, going to negative, making this currency very unattractive. On the same time, we see exactly the opposite is happening. What happened? The market made series of new all-time highs, and this is exactly the trap of the market. So at 148, so this is our first position, 182, 182, 183, and then we doubled all the sell positions at 184, 430, where we are now again in profit. The first profit target reversal or retracement is expected at 176, 76, excuse me, then 172.20, and then the market to 165.808. So a lot of markets driven, of course, this year by market manipulations, by statements of the White House, by rumors or whatever, not fundamentally driven. The only market, in my opinion, Forex market fundamentally is driven is, first of all, the US dollar, and that's exactly now bottoming, triple bottom signals coming one after each other. We are long, we are bullish in US dollar. Also, on the other hand, you need to keep focused also on bond market, especially bond market, the market capital and mortgage interest rates that are rising and correcting, bullish correcting, and they will rise higher and higher. And that exactly is what Donald Trump expected, but doesn't want to see, doesn't want to have, but exactly this is happening. So we will experience again in oil to see prices soon at around 79 to 80. If breaking above 80, then we will have also prices of oil to 85 region. Breaking that level, we will go to 1991 region. This is very strategical and tactical point for all traders. They will move then the price higher to 95, and from there then you see here to 120, 130, we will have very fast moves. Of course, to be a little bit careful, you should be, so think of your risk money management. If you're adding the positions, do very small sizes and do it with cautious. Do not forget, also don't get panic if you have missed an opportunity. The market is always coming back if you are growing, and so don't hunt the prices. Try to let the market come to your setups. Have patience. Patience means perfect timing, right? So everybody is talking about timing, and perfect timing means patience, means wait like a sniper for your shot. Let the market comes to you, to your entry point, and then shut your trade one after each other. And keep focused. Don't get frustrated if you have maybe some losses. If you have some losses, cut your losses very, very early. Keep all your losses very small, because your profit potentials are very big. So if you keep your losses very small, then one or maybe two big trades will compensate all those losses, and then the winners will be visible for you. All right, so thank you very much again to join. If you like this channel, these lives, then subscribe to my channel, comment also below, and hit also the notification bell if you're using mobile devices, so you get notified when new lives or new events are there. I try now a little bit more often the lives because so of new events, so you get more informed and notified if there are some very special news. Have a good time, and I wish having you very good profitable days and weeks as traders.